Good morning, everyone. Today, we will discuss about sex and senses. So, introduction. These five senses comprise our sensorium, the totality of our sensory experience and perception. While we receive information from our environment through the senses, our brain has the ability to organize and interpret these numerous stimuli into meaningful ideas that are useful for our choices or behavior. So when we were children, we were taught that there are five bodily organs which corresponds to our primary senses that we use to explore and experience the world around us. So in five senses sensorium, these are sense of sight or visual, sense of smell or olfaction, sense of hearing or audition, sense of taste or gustation, and sense of touch or feeling. So, affective primary hypothesis. According to Robert Zajong, 1980, in many cases, cognitive processing plays a lesser role compared to our emotional responses in eliciting behavior. So, by virtue of this hypothesis, by default, our emotions take precedent. Primary is because these are only processed and modulated by the limbic system. So the limbic system is the emotional part of our brain which is more primitive compared to the ones responsible for higher order thinking. So ang limbic system is part na siya sa atong brain and it is a primitive emotional part. Ang kanatong gipanghuna-huna ang kanang unsa nato i-response or kanang matong mga pagbati is part na siya sa limbic system. So, furthermore, we will discuss the parts of limbic system. So, here's the structure of the human limbic system. So, the human limbic system is the brain. The brain is a very complex organ in the fabric of the human body. It is the center of control and coordination of everything from finger movements to heartbeat. So, from finger movements kanang imong ipanglihok kung sa imong ilihok or kanang masakitan ka or masamad ka, part na siya sa limbic system. Maka-feel kag sakit tungod sa limbic system o kana ipanglihok is nakakonect na siya sa imong brain. So there are four functions of limbic system. So hypothalamus or homeostasis, thalamus release information. These are the functions of thalamus, release information. Amygdala, emotion. Hippocampus is the memory conservation. So the functions of limbic system. Ang hypothalamus is a very small but important component of the diencephalon. It plays a major role in regulating hormones, the pituitary gland, body temperature, the adrenal glands, and many other vital activities. So, ang hypothalamus, it predicts maintenance activity, eating, drinking, the body temperature, and etc. So, mao na ang function sa hypothalamus. Kanang pagkaon nimo, pag-inom mo ka ng body temperature nimo, is connect na siya sa hypothalamus. So, the next is thalamus. Thalamus is involved in sensory perception and regulation of motor functions or movement. It connects areas of cerebral cortex that are in sensory perception and movement with other parts of the brain and spinal cord that also have a role in sensation and movement. So, ang thalamus is nag-relay siya information sa imuhang brain. Next is amygdala. Amygdala is responsible for determining which memories are stored and where are the memories stored in brain. So ang amygdala is influence aggression and fear. Kanang mga memories na happy memories gusto nimo i-keep, so mo na ang function sa amygdala, or kanang mga memories na gusto nimo i-forget, luhikon po na sa amygdala na part sa imong brain. So there are three primary emotional response. First, flight is when we face adverse of dangerous stimuli. Fight is when we face adverse of dangerous stimuli squarely. So, for example, na-snake sa imong atubangan. Og fight ka, imo siyang bunalan or imo siyang bunon mo ng fight. Pag flight is when we move away from the adverse of or dangerous stimuli. So kanang flight, kung mo hawa ka, mo dagan ka, magpalayo ka, mo kanang mulikay ka mo ng flight. Kung fight, musukol ka, imo siyang bunon or imo siyang bunalan. Kung flight, mo palayo ka para di ka mapaakan. And ang freeze is when you are started and are unable to make a choice, thus are unable to move. Ang freeze is maguna-una pa ka, di ka muliyok, o magpaabot pa ka kaus akato kuanon tuhikon mo ng freeze, maguna-una pa ka usay mo buhaton, mudagan ka dili mo na freeze. So mo na ang three primary emotional responses. So, we are done in sex and senses. So, let us discuss the senses and sexuality. Having provided an overview on how human affect the sensorium and the brain's limbic system coordinate, we are now ready to discuss how the various senses play in the human sexual response. So, visual experience. Humans are predominantly visual. Our societies highly rely on visual culture to create meaning and convey information. For instance, our language has a visual components as observed from our writing system. So, example is this is walking down the streets, you will see a lot of signs which directs you what to do or not to do. So while nagwalk ta sa streets is nakabantay tag mga signs, nakabantay sa signs na bawal dumaan or bawal magtapon ng mga basura. Mao na ang example sa visual experience from the word na from the word na makita na mabasa nato na bawal dumaan, so di gyud ka mo agi. So ang visual nato is napod siya maghatag pud siya meaning. The way ta mo tan-aw kanang makita tag mga signs is mag-relay siya information ay bawal ni siya, ay di dapat dili magtapon og basura. May ana siya, the only show that visual culture is an essential element of our society. It assumed that when realities are presented visually, we tend to remember them and easily retrieve them from our memory. So the study of Ruff and Wallen 2007. Men respond more to visual stimuli than women. Men tend to be influenced by the sex of the actors in a sexual scenario. Women were found to be more influenced by context, though they too are responsive to the sexual content of a visual stimuli. So according to the study of Ruff and Wallen 2007, men respond more visual stimuli. Ang men kanang more respond sa pananaw pa lang sa lalaki, murag kanang attractive na bitaw siya sa imo, kanang gusto na siya makikuan than women. And men tend to influence by the sex sa mga scenario pod kanang mga advertise ang men pod ang pinaka-aggressive pa sa sex scenario. So, next is olfactory influence. Relating to smell or the sense of smell, olfaction is non-human animals, which are believed be microscopic organisms having greater sense of smell. Humans and apes are generally believed to be a microscopic. So, ang similar to taste, strong smells can negatively affect individuals with disordered sensory processing during intimate moments. Scents of perfume, cologne, laundry detergent, or natural body odor and present. So, ang olfactory is sense of kuan ni siya, sense of smells during the kanang the intimate moments, ang pagsimot pa lang og dili ka nga imong partner sa imong baho or baho aran sobra ra imong perfume or lahi lang gyud makaapekto na siya sa inyong intimate moments. Kailangan po na nimo i-consider during the intimate moments is kailangan nimo i-consider imuhang how you kanang imuhang gigamit na cologne or sa imong baho kay para dili ma-discourage or dili ma-distract imong partner. So how human olfaction influence sexuality. So we have signature odor, the unique way that each individual smells. Signature odor is the unique way that each individual smells. Major histocompatibility complex is a group of genes that code for proteins found on the surfaces of cells that help the immune system recognize foreign substances. Ang pheromones, substances putatively excreted by our glands, which it affects signal mood and affects social behaviors. So, what do scientists think human pheromones do? Attractions of the opposite sex na siya. Ang repellents of the same sex. Ang stabilizer of mother-infant blood, tapos modulators of menstrual cycle. Some chemicals thought to be human hormones are imong ma-adapt ni ang mga chemical during the androstenedione and testosterone, like substance found in male sweat, saliva, and urine. Imo ning ma-adapt or imo ning makuha during the intimate moments kanang pinagi sa sweet kanang imuhang singot, imuhang laway, imuhang kanang urine makakuan ka og mga chemical ana makatakod. Tranolol or the estrogen like found in female urine, found sa babae. Ang perolin, a substance found in human semen, pubic sweat, and smegma. So, the tactile experience. Touch is observed to be an element of intimacy. It is an act or reaction such as expression of feelings, include friendships, romantic love, and mutual attraction between the people. Touch holds meaning. So, ang touch is, how can touch affect sexuality? Maka-affect ning touch sa sexuality, sa mga intimate moments ninyo. Some individuals may dislike hugs and embraces. Others may seek out a lot of touch or intense touch experience before engaging in intimacy. Ask your partners about their desired touch na uban partner na dili gusto na kanang na sila na kay mahikapan na para silang body na di nila gusto na imong mahikapan. Napoy uban gusto na magoy different meaning sa touch, na kanang touch na grabe na yun ka aggressive, og napoy touch na smooth lang, kanang pang gentle lang. Mo nang bantayan pag mag sexual intimate is atong i-consider ang smell and or olfaction or tactile. Ang olfaction is ang smell, sense of smell. Ang tactile is sense of touch. Touch has three elements. Tactile element pertains to the experience relative to the object being felt. Thermal element, it refers to the perception of temperature of object in contact with the skin, if it is warm or cold. Vibrational element is the pressure of the touch, strong or weak. Is the sensation moving and pulsating or steady and stationary? The function of this is to make us aware of different frequencies of external stimuli. So, mo ni ang three elements sa touch: tactile element, thermal element, and vibrational element. So, next, we have the primary erogenous zones and the secondary erogenous zones. So, these are the sensitive area of touch. So, these erogenous zones are areas of the body involved in the reproductive and sexual act. So, the primary erogenous zones are the mouth, anus, genitals, and nipples. Muna pinaka-sensitive part. And the secondary is back, cheek, neck, and buttocks. So, oxytocin. Oxytocin, referred to as love hormone, influences tribal behaviors and maternal bonding, produced in vast amounts during nipple stimulation. So, ang oxytocin is a hormone that acts on organs in the body, including the breast and uterus, and as a chemical messenger in the brain, controlling key aspects of the reproductive system, including childbirth and lactation, and aspects of human behavior. So, next is auditory experience. Ang auditory experience is a sense of hearing or listening. Social interactions are also auditory process. Sexual activities are also verbal communication process. For instance, in sexual interaction, couples may give verbal erotic encouraged words like I love you or I miss you. So, background noises such as music, television, or roommates speaking next door may be distracting to individuals with disordered sensory processing. Find a quiet and private place to engage in intimacy. Avoid integrating music into the environment unless your partner suggests it. So, kailangan po nato ni i-consider ang sense of hearing. Kay naiuban partner is di sila gusto og saba during the intimate experience, kay ang uban dili ka concentrate, ang uban dili ma-distract. Napoy uban partner na gusto nila og background music like romance. Kailangan po nato ni consider ang sense of hearing, kay kailangan natin i-consider ang sense of hearing, kay as what I've said, na ubang partner na gustong hilom, na ubang partner na gustong saba. During the intimate moments is kanang the way pud ka mo salty, because imo ba man na salty is kailangan pud na appropriate sa iyang pagdungog. So, summary, the senses are the windows of our consciousness. We are aware, we learn, and we experience because we can receive information from the environment through our sense organs. The brain is the powerful organ that consolidates and processes these stimuli into meaningful units and wholes. So, kanang ang atong limbic system, the part sa atong brain is mo yun na ang pinaka naghatag sa ato og kanang mo yun ang pinaka main, the way ta mo act, the way ta mo speak, og sa atong mga na-touch, atong pagdungog, ag atong mga sense of taste, sense of touch, sense of sight, mga atong 5 senses is ang brain nato ang connect na sa atong brain. Unsa to ang nahawidan, connect na sa brain nato, unsa ato ang unsa ang atong gibuhat, or unsa ta mo respond ana na situation, connect na sa atong brain. So that's all of my topic. I hope you learned something about senses, I mean. Thank you.